Natu is here. Natu, how far?
I did. Wait, who's the cat lady?
Melyssa Ford. You know who cat lady? You don't know Melyssa Ford?
No.
Oh well, I would have introduced that character anyway. We'll do that another day. Hold on, Natu, 1 second. Uncle Patrick says Yoruba proverb says sorry as a female. Sorry as a female. Energy is critical in your expression. Yes. Sorry as a female and a male tone. That's true, sir. That's a true statement. Exactly. These things are ancient. They're not igbaloded anything, you know. Please drop the donation account for those of us willing to support in cash. I think it's scrolling on the screen. Tonya, thank you. I appreciate you, Tonya, always. Ask at manofprestige.com. PayPal or Zelle works. Thank you. Yep. So everybody said 1, right? Okay, you were getting value. Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Of course. This is another master class today.
It is. We're 4 minutes away from 3 hours. I didn't mean it to be. I was going to catch cruise. You know that I was very.
This 2025, you are bringing it hot too. You are going to catch cruise, and you got in your feelings, and you started master class.
Exactly, you get it. You get it. You know.
My goodness.
Yeah. I did get in my feeling, but that was the feeling that was provoked.
No, it's a good feeling. It's not a bad.
Yeah. It's we need to do better. Yeah. The cat lady, she's Melyssa Ford. She used to be a video vixen, and let me see here. You guys will know. I might bring her back later on, but all these stories. Sometimes I just like this is the kind of stuff I want to cover. But sometimes I will hear some statement from my sisters. I'm like, I need to cover this. Oh God, like there's a lot of you ladies that's playing both sides of your mouth when it comes to modern day ideologies and what actually works inside of a marriage.
Yeah.
I'm hearing more and more of it, so I've been hearing it for 3-4 years, but I've obviously fall on the side of men need to lead. Like if men lead, then a lot, women follow us,
automatically,
so but then we find ourselves in a situation where a lot of people are single mothers to boys. A lot of people are single parents to women and boys. And what you learn when you're growing up, all the way from 16, those things are ingrained in you, and it becomes our society.
My goodness, you can say that again.
Yeah, so
you can say that again.
So she's 48. And she's talking about her life. She's been proposed to 3 times, 2.5 times as she calls it. But now she's a cat lady. The new VP elected, President VP elected guy, JD Vance. Yeah. He talked about the cat ladies, referencing Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is married. Yeah. So that we don't want any rules from a bunch of cat ladies that will be giving us rules to make up our society, all that kind of stuff. So it's also political in nature, but we see that a lot of people are bringing this down to their personal life, and we have influencers like Melyssa Ford. And sorry, I am ashamed to say this. I'm ashamed to say this. It used to be only Tony Braxton I would admit to. That was my crush.
Let's have it.
But Melyssa Ford was one of them. She's still one of them.
You will collect.
She's still one of them. This girl fine die.
She is fine.
But she's 48, never been married, no children.
Oh,
There was a time she had a massive accident that they had to operate on her skull and stuff like that. But yeah, but she's a podcaster now today, so she does tell her story. She's been engaged 2.5 times.
What in the world is the 2.5 times?
Let me see what she said about the first half time. I think the half time was her first boyfriend that the whole family really liked.
So in her head they are engaged.
And I heard it was you know how the family liked this person, and the person never really popped the question, and but when she left the dude, and she basically, the guy was out of town, and she packed her load one night and just left because she was walking around the house and she found a box of ring. The guy was about to propose. So she saw that, and she was having a difficult time breaking up with the guy in the first place, essentially. So she saw that box of engagement ring, and then as soon as the guy went out of town, she just packed all her stuff and left. So
because
she had to.
Want to be engaged.
She didn't like the guy.
Oh.
She didn't like the guy like that, But the whole family loved the guy. She thought the guy was a good guy. So the second time, I think she was already in the industry heavy. She was cheating on that guy. One of the guy was a very nice guy, and the guy was like, "What would be your wildest fantasy?" Mm-hmm. And she was like, "A menage a trois." She said, a threesome.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey," and the guy was like, "Hey, are you saying? Do you have a particular person in mind specifically?" And she said, "Your best friend."
Ooh.
Now, she said the guy handled it graciously. The guy just found it fun, like oh, that's crazy,
Yeah, that's a lie. Go think about that.
Yeah, so I guess the guy at some point proposed. Again, it's Melyssa Ford. Don't forget, okay? So she was in the 90s. She was on every magazine, bikini, everything.
So let me just say this real quick, right?
Yeah.
If you know you don't have the capacity to take some things, don't ask some questions. I'm serious.
I can't ask my wife what's her wife. I can ask my wife now. Okay, you're right. You're right, though. I should be ready for anything once I ask it.
Because you don't think you know the answer at the top of your head, because you don't know people's mind. Yeah. That's why that lady is surprised that church people got married yesterday and are having a baby today. Because how the church, because in your mind you think that they'll just go to the room and be praying.
Yeah.
Or they not be wood. Are you serious? They probably didn't do anything since they were dating, so they were waiting to get married. So they got married, and look, I know one of my friends that the day her marriage, on her 9th anniversary, she had a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's easy. I mean, if you're married, you're married. I don't care if you had as far as I'm concerned, I don't care if you had the baby 8 months into the marriage. I don't hold on to such things myself.
If you know you're not capable, you're a jealous person, don't ask some questions. Don't even ask some ex questions. What did you guys do? But you're gonna hear stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be like,
Yep. So going on, you're making me already do the cat lady stuff now. So this is it right here. I'm not gonna talk ever about it again. They say, Sister Natu, thanks for, let me pull it on the screen, hold on. So Sister Natu, thanks for helping us get the gist out.
You're welcome, Black Diamond.
So yeah, she's obviously, she's half white, half black. Her father, she's a Canadian. I think she's from Toronto. You know what Toronto is, right? From the Toronto.
From the Drake's village.
Yeah. So that's the mother. She's a white lady. So she's 48 years old, and I think the mother died of cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm still saying, even just looking at her pictures, I'm like, whoa, she's still hard. But anyway, she's a cat lady, and she's not your influencer. Ladies, listen to me carefully. If you're listening to this, Melyssa Ford is not your mentor. She's a fine woman. She's still my crush. Leave her alone, jejely. I beg.
Let me burst your bubble.
Yeah.
This new generation of people, you can't tell who their mentor is. So because if you see some people's mentor, it's paint that will just catch you. These people are just catching mentors up right and center, mentors from the middle everywhere. They don't even know what the people are doing. They'll be saying my mentor until they now find out what they're like, our stuff's don't align, but they're already a mentor and they've already influenced some things.
Yes, yes.
Is that what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. So the influencing go beyond what you're willing to admit to. There's some rhetoric that you're listening to that you resonate with that can potentially destroy your chances of your own happiness. I'm not saying my happiness, so yours, you know. And typically people like Melyssa Ford falls into the category of what I said, the 80% truth and 20% poison. Okay, the reason why you're able to relate with a lot of people like this is because there's a lot of facts that they're spitting. Like, it's true that a lot of women are suffering inside of their marriage in abusive relationship. That's true now, right? It's the truth that women and the other, like children, have been oppressed or, you know, abused for the longest in the history of mankind in many, many different ramifications, right? But it's also true that when we are lashing back at some of these atrocities from the past, we want to be careful so we don't sabotage. Because when you overreact, you can actually hit yourself in the face, right? So, and that's what I'm speaking to here. Anyway, so she said the second one proposed anyway. I forgot. That's not the point. But they proposed. It didn't work out. Another one proposed, but this one was very, very abusive. In fact, she will be on the red carpet, and she will run back to the hotel room. They said the middle one, she was not faithful to that person. She said she's not proud of it. She was not faithful to that person either. Because keep in mind, she was hanging around the Jay-Z's, Puff Daddy. She was huge. This was her on the magazines back in the days, right? So she was big, right? So of course there's a lot of celebrities, a lot of resources, people flunking money around the place and stuff like that. So she had a boyfriend at home, and she was on the red carpet on this third engagement. She was on the red carpet, and somebody said something inappropriate or something that made her feel some type of way to her on the, around the red carpet area. So she was sad. She rushed to her hotel room to go and call the guy, the boyfriend, at home. The boyfriend was hanging out at home, and you know, she just wanted to hear the guy say everything will be fine. But the guy was like, "Is that why you're?" The guy was rude or something like that. The guy was just not welcoming to the whole thing. You know, they said, "Thanks, Natu, but how is Melyssa the cat lady?" Well, she has cats now. She's 48, and she's a very proud. She called herself cat lady. That's where it came out from. So she actually called herself the cat lady. She did like a whole photo shoot. Let me see if I can find that picture. Cat lady. She has cats around and everything. So the thumbnail had cats and everything around. So it wasn't even us that called her the cat lady, but she is now the cat lady. There you go. I found it. Wait till she's changed the thing. I will find it. She's trying to change it. Maybe the, what do you call it, FEMA? What do you call those people that are always fighting for animal rights?
I think it's the FEMA one.
What is the name?
I think those are the FEMA. I think. I'm not 100% sure.
No, it's not FEMA. There's another name for it. Animal rights, something. Animal rights. I'm gonna search for it. PETA. Maybe PETA, PETA. Maybe they came for her already, so she removed it. But sorry, it's here. You can see her. She's holding the cat, right? So she's a proud cat lady now. Amongst many of them, PETA. Thank you, Toby and Tribe. PETA. All right. So she's a proud. What is she trying to prove? She's trying to make a point. Okay. She's trying to make a point. Natu, you know the point she's trying to make already?
No.
Let's play because no evidence.
She go explain. She go explain tired. She go explain tired. Ladies, if you're 48, never been married, never had children before, listen, for me, you know me here, Prestige Family. Come on, you know me. Circumstances in life are beyond us. There's a lot more beyond just your decisions that put you in this position. Just in case you don't like it, there's a lot more than just your decision. I'm very aware of that. I know there are weirdos that are not aware of that. Okay, but you don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to explain yourself. Okay, once you engage explaining yourself, you will need evidence.
We go explain because no evidence.
Yeah, and that conversation never ends well. Okay, social media will drag you. Oh yeah, and the leaders of them will be women that will drag you first. Why? Because you're explaining yourself. I mean, look at this fine woman, right? She's 48. If she's 48 and she's a nice lady and we're just having a conversation and she happens to be kind, is the first thing that will come to my mind our children, our family? Unless I'm a weirdo. Right? That's not the first thing that will come to my mind. I was just like, what a nice lady. That's what I would say, right? Not especially if she's looking younger than her age.
Yeah.
You know? But when you're trying to do a podcast and you stage your own show to explain why you were engaged 2.5 times, you never had children before, you never married before, but just to explain and justify it. In order for you to justify that, you will need evidence.
We go explain because no evidence.
Nobody is asking you. Okay, I know there's enough people on social media that put you under pressure, maybe some aunties and stuff like that. I get that. But I need you to have a little bit more courage to understand that you're perfect just the way you are, your situation. And if it's meant to be, anything can happen. Anything. With God, all things are possible. You have the rest of your life to fulfill what you desire. But when you come out here to tell us that you don't care,
still don't care, I don't.
You see, the angels are always listening. I hope you know what you're saying. I hope you mean it when you say that. I just hope you know you mean it when you say that. You know? But beyond that, this is an influencer. She's influencing people. Okay? Oh, just face your career. You know, there's a lot of fathers that have made women pick between their career and their family life in the future. Am I correct on that?
Yes, sir.
So there's no one gender that's responsible for the state of things. There's no one gender. We've either perpetuated it or we've enabled it. Whatever it is that you don't like about the gender war is either you've been an active or passive participant. But anyway, Melyssa Ford is out here doing shalaye, explaining to us why she's been engaged 2.5 times or married, and we don't care, right?
Okay.
You try to tell us you don't care, but actually we don't care.
Don't care, still don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
We don't care. And I mean that very nicely. As in, like, you don't have to explain yourself. You know. Now, if you want a husband, there's proper avenue to go about it to make that happen. Right? In a way that you could never lose, regardless of what the outcome of that is. If you want a companionship, shout out to Uncle Dr. Shola, who has been preaching about companionship, right? There are ways to make that happen. I don't subscribe to that.
Wait. He's what? Is
Dr.
that biblical?
I don't like what he's preaching, but it is what it is. Dr. Shola has been preaching about companionship and making it okay. I said, you don't have to make that okay. People are already doing it. Okay, but I don't think it's okay to encourage that people should be shacking up. I think people end up hurt. That's what happens.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah, people end up hurt. Yeah, they can say, we made it. We are just mature enough. We don't really want marriage. It's a lie. Okay, it's a lie. Everybody wants loyalty. especially when it's celebrated, especially when it's actually written down in stone. For everybody wants it.
Why the fuck you lying?
Sorry.
Abba, you lie. Sabi lie.
Not that, you're generalizing. Not everybody wants it. Oh, so it's not okay for me to generalize. You can generalize. I can't generalize. You'll be all right. Of course, I'm generalizing. Okay, but the point is, at the core, the reason why people are getting married, the reason why people stage a ceremony for that and all that kind of stuff, is because people in general care and they want that. So I think the cookie cutter solutions, like if you just live together and just have sex and everybody's happy, I think is basically discounting the reason why people were doing that in the first place. People are people. It's not going to work. Any cookie cutter solution is not going to work. The only thing that works is working on yourself as an individual, so you can attract better reality than what you don't like right now. Okay, that will always work. If you try to cut corners by coming up with cookie cutter solutions such as, oh, you live here and I live here. There's a lady, Sherry Ralph, Moesha's mom, inside of the Moesha sitcom show. You know Brandy, right? Her sitcom. Sherry Ralph Lee. She's been married for 25 years. Okay. Sherry Ralph Lee. If you don't know who Sherry Ralph Lee is, this is her. A very beautiful lady too. Very beautiful lady. But she's very outspoken. She's somewhat of an activist as well. Let me see here. I always like to show you guys picture. Okay, found it. This is Sherry Ralph Lee. You can see?
She's such a beautiful woman.
She is, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how old she is. She's got to be 60 or something. She probably look way younger than her age. She is. You want to guess? You guess. Don't Google. If you Google, guess what her age is.
I'm gonna say she's gonna be above 50.
This is scary. I just saw it. It is scary. That is scary. She's 68.
Shut up. Hold on. Oh hell.
She is 68. Her name is Cheryl Ralph Lee. All right.
68?
So,
wasn't she a mermaid?
You said what?
What is she,
a mermaid? Maybe.
68?
68, my G. 68. I don't know, man. That is crazy.
I don't know what she's drinking.
As in, like, she's 2 years away from 70. That's her and her husband. They've been married for 25 years. Melyssa Ford did not give us this kind of example, by the way. But anyway, this is the example that people that want to shack up are giving. Let me read this for you, right? This is a report on ABC News. It says, for nearly 2 decades, Cheryl Lee Ralph, sorry, that's the name, Cheryl Lee Ralph, not the other way around, Cheryl Lee Ralph, and her husband, Pennsylvania State Senator Vincent Hughes, have lived apart, which the actress says works very well for them.
Oh, I remember her story. So let me tell you. She said, I watched this video almost 10 years ago. She said the reason why they're able to make it is because if they stay together in the same house for a very long time and they start getting on each other's nerves, they know that it's time for you to go to your house. Right.
So I feel like that might have been taken out of context.
Yeah.
But she did make statements like that. She's an activist. She speaks up for women. She's a woman activist as well, you know. So, and I respect her a lot. She said, okay, the Abbott Elementary star opened up about the couple's non-traditional living arrangement in a new interview with People magazine published on Wednesday. This is like 2 days ago, or yesterday, or 2 days ago. Ralph and Hughes married back in July 2005, about 4 years after Ralph and her ex-husband Eric Morris, with whom she shares 2 children, divorced. So she's a divorcee, right? You fall in love with, so anything can happen. So 25 years ago, she'll be how old? If she's 68 now, she'll be 43 at that time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So at 43, many people have been written out that they will never marry again. But she married, and she's been married for 25 years. So we know that possibilities are endless. Somebody like, but what's the probability? Who gives a fuck about? I don't give a hoops about probability. Okay. Everybody can change their reality by working on themselves. That's all it takes. You fall in love, and I quote, you fall in love with somebody and you realize he's not leaving his career. He's not leaving Philadelphia. This guy is a senator in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
I'm not leaving Hollywood. She's talking about herself because she's an actress, right? But the couple hasn't let their physical distance impact their relationship and are parents to a blended family of 4. And I quote, she says, every 2 weeks we saw each other. Every 2 weeks they saw each other. Why? Not because they deliberately want to shack up and live separately. Because somebody works in Hollywood and the other one works in Pennsylvania. And they see each other every 2 weeks and they can afford it. You say, no, this is what they are doing nowadays. Let's just live 2 houses apart on the same streets. Is that the same story? It's not the same story. So, but the couple hasn't let their physical distance impact their relationship and are parents to a blended 4. Every 2 weeks we saw each other and it has continued to work out well. Ralph explained, when I go to see him, that's her, right? Cheryl. She said, when I go to see him, I love to see him. When it's time to leave, bye-bye, see you soon. I'm telling you, life is good, right? And I quote, he has his own life. I have my own life. He has his own real career. I have my own real career.
And it's not like they're living in I don't think they have an open marriage.
No, it's not. If they did, they will probably spell that out. If they're not spelling it out, it's not open.
Out of context, people are thinking like they have like
Yes. Exactly. People that are afraid of commitment are using this as their... Hold on, no. It looks like Natu don't drop out.
I'm here.
Okay, you did, yeah.
Yeah, but you also know what I want us to normalize. I want people to normalize saying the things that they want. If you're 48 and you still desire marriage, so what?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a desire. What's wrong with that?
But I don't like when people come up with stories to try to make it look like, okay, around 48 and I'm not married, so what? I don't care. I'm living we all know you're living your best life. But there's nothing wrong in you desiring something and wanting it at that age. Don't let people shame you and make you feel like, oh, okay, so what stopped you from having it all this while? There's a reason. I kept telling you.
And that reason you don't have to explain yourself. Not especially if they're not asking you about it. Now, I understand sometimes you feel attacked or you feel like they are throwing a shot at you or people like you, and you get defensive and you start to do shalaye. Who is asking you? Nobody's asking you why. If somebody has the audacity to ask you, they obviously deserve no answer, right? So it's crazy, you know. But this is what's going on. People are getting defensive and they're over explaining themselves into a deeper rabbit hole, you know. Anyway, so we're still talking about Sherry Lee Ralph. So she said, I have my light to stand in. He has his light to stand in. And she added, he is not looking at me thinking about status or this or that. He's doing his thing. I get to do my thing. What is that saying? They're busy people. The idle mind is the devil's playground. Right? Yeah. If you're busy people, you have a better chance at sustaining a good relationship. Everything else being equal, you have a better chance at sustaining a healthy relationship where you are busy people. If you have too much time in your hands, the devil is going to come creeping in.
You know something again, because if you're busy people, and you're busy and intentional people, you want to try to make it work. So every little time that you have, you want to spend with each other. You're looking forward to planning something together. You're checking the other person's calendar to see what they have open, how you can arrange something, and then you go back to what you're doing. But if you have nothing to do, you start looking for, I called you didn't pick.
The devil will give you work to do.
You didn't tell me you were going to this place. What are you doing there? Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yep, the devil will give you work to do. Oh my God, it's even more now. Okay, and by the way, I did say that I didn't have any more crush beyond.
Stop it.
I'm sorry. Okay, there's actually one more person
Very
beyond.
soon you join Oprah again in this list.
No. Oprah is cool. Oprah can be a sugar mommy. No, this lady right here. Okay. I have to pull this one in, okay, before I forget, so that you guys will not come and tell me that I never told you. You know what you're looking at on the screen? You know what this is?
Oh, man, Felicia Rashad.
Okay, and nobody should say it's their crush too in the chat, because now I will end this live right now. Okay.
It's not that serious.
It's that deep, I swear. It's that deep. Okay, so anyway, so that's what people are comparing. So people will take this kind of Sherry story, they take it out of context. They walk in different towns. She might have painted it in a way that looks like they just didn't know. They walk in different towns and they made it okay to just see each other every 2 weeks. Now obviously she was a divorcee. Maybe she's just okay with not people being under each other every time, you know. So that is a real thing, but I don't think it should be encouraged that people should be willy-nilly be shacking up. If you are approaching marriage with that mindset, stay away from marriage altogether. Okay, stay away from marriage altogether. There's a comment here. Let me see. Okay, Mario says, is he encouraging the 30s and 40s people to shack up? Yes, it's basically encouraging it, and I didn't get maybe I didn't listen because I never really fully listened to a full gist. Maybe he's driving at a different point, but it sounds like I listened to a lot more than enough. I think that's scratching the surface of the real issues. If you're approaching marriage with this mindset that you must just live separately and all you want is companionship, that's not healthy. The issue is not that one thing. It was the fact that you are moving from a very defensive, fear-driven standpoint. It's not gonna work. Okay, you're gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt another person. That's what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna catch feeling at some point. They're gonna ask for more. You're not gonna be able to provide it, or you will catch feelings. You will ask for more. They can't provide it, and then you now collect. You know. Yes, she's 68. That was a guess by the way. She looks it to me. Oh, so you guessed she was 68? Wow, that was good. Yeah. Melanie be doing the magic. Melanie popping, right? Why don't we let them do what they want and see if it works for them? Exactly, because that's what I'm saying. Do what you want, right? Not only that, do what is working for you, and if it's working, I'm all game. I'm all ready to go. I agree with you on that, Marriott. You know, Mrs. Lola should be worried about you and the geriatrics. No, she's not worried. She knows this. You know the funny thing. I think these people are also. She's also crushing on them too. That's
those people for my girl. Don't do that. No.
Yeah. If I'm crushing on the person, there's a good chance that she gets it. Like, I see what you see. You know. But anyway, back to we're done with the Sherry Leaf and people shacking up. I want to go back to the cat lady. Let's get back to the cat lady.
Meow.
Meow. Right. All right, so back to the cat lady. She feel the need to. People are feeling the need. I guess they are defensive. They feel attacked, so they get defensive. They're feeling the need to explain themselves. No, I'm not gonna do it. She is, but I've said this before. Angela Bassett, yeah, but no, I'm good on that. Angela Bassett, yeah, she is. But it's all of us can share Angela Bassett, you know. But those ones right there. Let's limit it. Maybe another day. Anyway, so we're talking about my crush, Melyssa Ford, today. Okay, this young cat lady woman. So the third person was abusive, and she was, emotionally abusive, never catered to her neighbor. Anyway, none of those work out. 2.5 engagements done. It didn't work out. Right. So now at 48, she feels the need to use this story. So she said something that stood out to me. She was saying that she doesn't regret. Oh Lord.
explain because no evidence.
Oh Lord. Natu, I'm still nice, right? I'm just being nice. Okay. Natu has disappeared. She's saying she doesn't regret this situation. She's a video vixen. She's horrible partners. News at 10. But the point that she's saying she doesn't regret. Okay, she doesn't have to regret. I don't think she should regret. It's the announcement. It's the announcement that I'm saying. You don't regret. We don't care.
Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Still don't care.
We don't care. And then she went on to say, well, all my friends that has been married, blah, 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 that has been married. So Natu came here to tease me up into another hour, and then she left. But it's okay. Let me finish this. Then we'll keep going. So she said, all our friends that have been married, she made example of those that are in abusive relationship. She made abuse of people that have lost themselves, people that never really got their career together, people that put their career on hold. All this negative married stories, and basically all the examples she gave, 100% of them are negative stories. She's not your mentor in case you're looking to get married at some point. Okay, she's not your mentor. Okay, the only thing you're going to hear is the same thing you hear on social media. The same reason why I would say social media is not your mentorship. Okay, social media, think about it, is free. How can it possibly be your mentorship? It's free. Everybody have access to this to create content and consume content. How can it possibly be your mentorship platform? It can be to a large extent, depends on what we're talking about, right? You can gain a lot, you can learn a lot on the internet, but I would just move jejely. I will be easy on myself. I will basically make sure I know what I'm doing, right? Because terrible advices, they don't present as just terrible advice. They will be 80% good, but there will be small poisons that you don't see it coming. You'll be able to relate. You're like, and then that small poison, you make it negligible, like no big deal, like, oh, maybe that must make sense too. And before you know it, it affects the way you think, your mindset, and then you end up creating more of what you don't want. Remember, if you like the result you're creating, everything I just said, cancel it. Komata. But if you don't like what you've been creating and you're now thinking Melyssa Ford is your mentor, I'm giving you my advice now. She's probably not your mentor, okay? She's speaking her experience. She has the right to speak her experience. But if you notice that the people's experiences are just 100% negative, you probably should pay attention to that, because there's nobody, even the people that are the most unfortunate people in life, in real life, it's not just 100%, right? Mara says, sounds like cope. Yes, I think it's a cope. I think it's cope. So I don't think, it's no regret. Okay, good. We don't care, okay? If it's truly not a regret, you should live your life like you don't regret anything. Coming to do shalaye tells us otherwise. I'm just trying to help some young girls to do what exactly? No, tell us to do what? Now, just in case they're at 48 and they don't have any children. Yeah, but nah. Okay? If they're asking you, you can answer. If they're not asking you, there's a problem with that. You're trying to prove a point that really doesn't need to be proven. Your life is your life. It's beautiful. Live it. Right? Just live it. So, the cat lady. Right? So, of course, the cat lady, it's not just the cat lady. There are many, many other cat ladies out there, as you can imagine. Many, many of them. Okay? So, and they don't have a hard time of finding themselves. Why? Because, again, I understand, quite frankly, I understand that it can be a very sensitive topic. So I want to acknowledge that. But the point I'm making here is that wherever you find yourself today, all of us have things in life where we fall short. You need to learn to be grateful in that position. You need to learn to don't feel the need to recruit other people into that position, because the agenda is agenda. There's a lot of agenda that is being purported, particularly with kicking against the family values or raising families, raising our society within the family values. Okay, so we want to be careful with that. But I have some more. I think we should cover that another day. She told me it's 5:30. All right. So, what do you guys think we should do? Okay. Now, people say they don't want to marry. Okay, sure. By the way, I don't care.
Don't care.
I honestly, I don't. Okay. Do you? Right. What I'm talking about, if you think that's a solution to some kind of weird problem, it is not. Okay. If you think that's a solution to you not getting your heart broken again,
That is God.
no, it is not. Okay. If you don't want your heart broken again, you have to live in a cave. At the very minimum, you can't have sex. You can't be having sex all around town, catching feelings, and talk about you're protecting. No, it's not gonna happen. You need to be aware that you can't really the way you protect yourself from heartbreak is to work on yourself. I know it sounds like a broken record, but think about it. Working on yourself with there's so many things. You have to find out what you want and then help you navigate from where you are to where you want. And we want to do that in a way that your happiness, your sense of fulfillment is coming from the inside out. So on a normal day, as per normal, I'm not going to tell you that you need a man, because the reality is that no, you don't. Okay, but normal people, women, they want a man. Okay, if you're not normal, that's not a crime. Remember, I was saying we're prestige, we're rising above normal. So not being normal is not necessarily a crime. Okay, I'm just saying most people on an average, they want a man, at least. Now, need a man has context. I need a man because I want to procreate. I need a man because I'm needy. That's two different things, right? So it just depends on what we're talking about. Context matters in all this stuff, right? But please, ladies, okay, I know the numbers are seemingly increasing. Not seemingly, the stats shows that the numbers are increasing. But I want you to, if you like it, like it. If you want something better, there's 8 billion people here. There's no statistics that can control your life. You can create what you're looking for, but the first step is to work on yourself. Okay, work on yourself. As you're working on yourself, you can simultaneously put yourself out there. If that's what you want. If you don't want it, don't do it. But don't come and create podcasts and start influencing people with toxic ideologies. What is toxic about this? The fact that you would just tell them that they're supposed to feel normal being a cat lady. Nobody wants to be that. The reason why it hurts to call people cat lady is because it hurts. Because nobody wants to be a cat lady. Like on a normal, as per normal, nobody wants to be a cat lady. Oh, I don't mind. No, you're capping. You're doing shalaye. And that's the part where we're calling us saying, no, stop it.
We go explain because no evidence.
Yeah. I said women like to recruit other people into their situation, good or bad. Men do it too. Have you heard of the manosphere? Men do it too. Yeah. People, it's called misery loves company. I'm not calling her miserable, but she needs to prove. She now needs to prove to us that she's not miserable. She's trying to say, "Oh, I can admit I'm a cat lady." No, there's no need to admit. You can be a cat lady if you want. You need to announce that. It's not necessary. Go necessary. All right. So I think I want to breathe a little bit. She did say 5:30, so let's do this. We're gonna round it up like this. So today we touched a lot. We touched very dark man, Okoya family. We touched Okoya family. We touched, what else did we cover today? We covered Trump. We did talk about Trump today. We talk about the woman who was abusive to that young child, unfortunately. Of course, we talk about Melyssa Ford. We talk about Cheryl Lee. So I'm going to rest a little bit. Okay, I want you guys to do me a favor. This weekend, I know it's cold. It may be cold a little bit on your end. Even somebody was telling me that in Tampa, Florida, it was 50 degrees. I was like, damn. I was thinking that maybe Tampa would be the place to be right now. It's cold outside. It's already dark outside too. It's 5:13 p.m. Jesus. So, but try to have fun this weekend. Try to have a good time this weekend. All right. Yeah, try to have a good time this weekend. If you're in the New Jersey, New York area, this guy Tosin B is gonna be in my church tomorrow. If you are a church person, Tosin B is it's a popular artist. It's gonna be around. Tosin B. If you know where it's, just BEE. Google. It's gonna be around my church, so come check it out. But feel free to stop by if you are in the tri-state area on the 11th. That's tomorrow. Yeah, yes, tomorrow evening. Yep. So if you want more information about that, information is in the description. Hit us up. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.